Hi, everyone. I'm Kathleen,
I'm Nancy
and we are on the
on the
needles,
needles.
episode
Episode
37.
37. It's been so long, I almost forgot who we were. Good
Not
thing
as long as it had been the one before, right?
yes, it's a good thing
We're
I could
trying we're trying to
read
come at you
backwards.
once a month. So we'll see. I'm the weak link in that because I've got a not as flexible job as I used to have. So
Yeah, and I've been so busy that I do have a shameless plug. I do have another podcast just called Trilogy Yarns, and I find that I even don't have time to do that one sometimes.
yeah,
It's amazing how much time podcasting takes. And it's not that much time. It's just getting ready and, finding a couple hours in your day to do it
exactly.
when you're not dragging
I know,
your day
and it's so
just.
funny. We were just talking about the weather around here,
Yeah.
and it just hailed this afternoon here. Did you get hail out in the valley?
No, but it's still really dark. Oh, it looks like it's lightening up. I know I'm having a dinner party when we're done here. And so I just sent a message out to someone saying, when you get here, text me and I'll open the garage door and you can come through the garage door instead of walking through the rain. And they said, oh, it's sunny here. And they live
Oh,
about 10 miles or not even 10 miles away. And it says, oh, it's black and pouring down rain.
yeah,
So,
yeah. My poor patio cushions are covered with melting hail.
oh,
But
yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
so what's going on? What's new?
what's new? Shall we do the Rhinebeck talk now or shall we do
Yeah,
it
let's do the
later?
Rhinebeck talk now.
Oh, the Rhinebeck talk. So I went to Rhinebeck. It's been a week and a half ago, I think. Week and a half. And I'm still on the Rhinebeck high. Oh my gosh. It was so fun, Kathleen. It was so fun. Um, I've been podcasting with a group of people for 2.5 years. And so we're like family.
No zooming.
I meant that. I've
I'm
been
like, how many
Zooming.
podcasts do you have?
Yeah. No, I've been Zooming and it's our Thursday night knit group. And to meet these people in person. So we got a big house there was 11 of us there. And I mean, some of the people that are in our group we had Carrie from Creative Obsession. So if none of you watch these podcasts, and I'm sure you guys all do because these are great people, but if you don't, you need to follow them. So we had Creative Obsession, and that's Carrie, Fiber Hustle, Chip and Aaron, Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting, Ray and Kevin from Needles at the Ready. And then we had a few other people that don't do podcasts that were in our group. And some of the people I had met, some I haven't. And to meet these people, it was like a big family reunion. It was like we all knew everybody because we've been through breakups and deaths and get-togethers and holidays and all this stuff together. It was just so good to see people in person, face to
Yeah,
face. And
yeah.
I was really amazed to know that they all have legs.
Yeah, you see him.
You
You
just
see
see
him
them
in
from here
3D.
up.
Yeah.
And so we stayed in this big house. We took Lucy and I flew from Spokane to Seattle on Wednesday night, and then we met up with Fiber Hustle and Bob, another friend of ours, in Seattle, and took the red eye from Seattle into Newark. And we got in about, I think about 5:15, 5:30 Thursday morning. So by the time we got our luggage and got the rental car and drove to this house, oh, this house was amazing. Big porch, big fire pit outside. I took some pictures. I've been pretty lax about posting them, but when we got to the house,
A few of the other people have posted pictures.
yeah,
It looks
the
amazing.
other people have posted and got to the house and we all just kind of laid down for about 45 minutes, just
Yeah.
because we knew it was going to be a busy day. And then we got up and then people started showing up on Thursday. I have not laughed so much in my whole life. And I didn't think it was going to be awkward, but some of the other people thought that it might be a little awkward because all of a sudden you're having a pajama party with people that you
Oh,
kind of know, but you don't know.
yeah.
It was so fun. It
Oh,
was so
good.
fun. I mean, we laughed so hard, we cried. We cried when we all had to leave because, we spent, we got in Thursday, we left Monday in a late morning. And oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. We went to Woolen Folk on Friday, and Ray and Kevin were doing the podcasters patio with Denise from Earth Tones Girl. And so we went that, we walked around. Maxim Sear, Maxim Knitter is also part of our group, and we got to meet up with him. You know what? He's even more handsome in real life than he is. He is. He's a pretty, he's not too hard to look at. So we met up with them. Chevy Rail is also in our group, met up with her, and just spent the day at Woolen Folk. The weather was gorgeous. It rained on Thursday, a little bit, not real hard, but it was just beautiful weather Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So then we went back to the house Friday evening, and Kevin had made 2 wonderful pork lasagnas.
Oh, wow.
And brought them up. So we had lasagna and salad and garlic bread. There was wine, there was beer, there was coffee, sodas, whatever anyone wanted to drink. And then we got up Saturday and went to Rhinebeck. It was so crowded. People we talked to had said that it was more crowded this year than even before the pandemic. I think people were ready to get out.
Yeah.
And I met a lot of people, met the grocery girls. I had a lot of people come up to me and say they watch us on our podcast, which
fun.
was cool.
Yeah.
A lot of my customers from Trilogy Yarns I met, but we didn't do any shopping. There was no way to get into the barns, and fortunately the weather was nice. I mean, the line just to get coffee was an hour. Maybe not quite that long, but it was long. Podcaster Hill, which is really not a hill. It's more of a little tiny slope. That was fun. So we kind of hung out on Podcaster Hill for a while. And then we left and then went back Sunday. And Sunday, it was probably half as busy as it was on Saturday.
Oh, good.
Which was good because then we could go into the barns. We could do, the shopping. I took some knitting and I sat outside on a brick wall and knit a little bit in the sunshine and watched the people. I didn't buy anything. I'm having my roof done. They're supposed to start tomorrow, but because of the rain, they're not. So I knew that my yarn budget was going up there to the roof.
Yeah.
And I take that back. I bought a cup of coffee. No, I didn't. Yeah, I bought coffee. Todd Michael Thomas showed up. He was in our group and he left.
Yeah.
So he bought me coffee the first day, and then I bought coffee on Sunday, and then I bought some kettle corn for the house. That was my contribution. That was my purchase at Rhinebeck. But I went into the barns and I saw, Dragon Horde yarn, and I saw Primrose and Miss Babs and all the people that you hear about.
Yeah.
Saw the yarn and
yeah, that's how Stitches was. It was just like everywhere you turned, it was just
it was
beautiful.
Amazing. Yeah. Woolens and Nosh. Beautiful. But I knew that I had a big expense. So my expense and the reason I went was, well, not just to go to Rhinebeck, but to see these people and just to meet up and have a little vacation, because I've not had one. And we talked about our next get together, whether we do it at Rhinebeck again. I kind of thought that they should come out to the West Coast now, the East Coast people. And so, we're kind of hoping that maybe we can do something in a year, out here, a little get together.
Good.
And I got lots of little goodies. We had an exchange in the house with goodies and people there. I got a lot of pins and stuff, so I can show all that stuff when we get to acquisitions. Okay. But yeah, it was so much fun. And then we flew back Monday night, got home. I got home about 11:45 Monday night. And I did pretty good with the jet lag. I think I'm trying to think because the next weekend, then that was last weekend, I had to go out of town for a trunk show. And so it kind of hit me a little bit then, but it wasn't as bad as I thought, the jet
Oh,
lag.
good.
I'm kind of the oldest one, not kind of, I think I am the oldest one in the group. I was the first one to go to bed. You know, I work hard and play hard during the day, and I require about 8.5 hours of sleep. So it was like, I'm going to bed, guys, but don't turn the volume down. Keep
Yeah.
talking, keep laughing, because I want to go to bed, but I still want to hear you guys,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this is such a dream that I just don't want it to end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Oh, it sounds like a
it was
blast.
it was a lot of fun. It was beautiful. So the weather was great. The colors, of course, we live in the northwest where we see the colors. I can look out at my window and there's like burning bushes and maple trees across the street.
Yeah.
They're,
Yeah.
the color of the neck of your sweater. So, we see some of the colors, but yeah, it was gorgeous. The house that we were in, it was a 3-story house. It was an old home. And the top floor used to be a brothel, and the bottom
Oh,
floor used to be a casino.
so plenty of bedrooms.
Oh, yeah, it had, I don't know how many beds it had, but there was like 9 bedrooms, and some bedrooms had 2 and 3 beds in them.
Oh, wow.
Kevin swore he saw a ghost.
Oh,
He's pretty
exciting.
sure he saw a ghost.
Uh-huh.
I heard noises. I mean, like tapping
Yeah.
and knocking at night that were different than normal house noises, not like pipes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but noises. So, who knows? Who
Oh
knows?
my
I'm sure
gosh.
there's stories in that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
How fun.
was my time.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So how
Sounds
about
like it
you?
was really
What have you
fun.
been up to?
I had a big project at work that is actually really fun. It's called Make While You Bake, and it's bringing together a sewist and a quilter. She does both with a chef, and he's a chef for Panasonic, and they make all kinds of countertop appliances.
Oh,
And so they use that, and they would start the big thing was like this bread maker that they have, and so they'd start a recipe like making the bread or whatever, and while that was cooking, she would make um, a related project, so it was really fun. And the video producer who was in charge of it left the company before it got filmed. So it was filmed, but then there was no one to shepherd it the rest of the way through. So I did that, and it was doing it for 3 different communities in the company. And so I was really, really, really busy with that. So when that got done, I luckily we had planned a weekend at the lake with a friend, Casey, at Casey's lake place up at Priest Lake, a beautiful, beautiful lake in northern Idaho. It's about a 2-hour drive, and it's a small cabin, and she has it's a very, very casual, which is wonderful. So there's like mattresses on the floor upstairs where you sleep, and it was great. Mimi and our friends Kim and Melissa went swimming in October in Priest Lake, which is always freezing cold anyway. So they are so hilarious. They love it. I was the videographer and Casey was the lifeguard. So it was very good timing to have that done. And then we just this last weekend, we went down to Boise, Idaho to visit Mimi's mom. And Mimi has done something to her leg, and she ended up in the ER and is now on crutches. So that wasn't the way we wanted to spend that day, but she feels a lot better. She could barely, she's doing better. But when we got to the Boise airport and she had to walk from the plane to be picked up, I thought I was going to have to get a wheelchair, and I wanted to get a wheelchair for her because she was having a really hard time and I couldn't find one anywhere. So we were anyway, we got there. But so that was kind of a downer, but it was also nice to go down there. Boise's a neat town. You're going down there soon, aren't you?
I'm tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Pretty
So
soon. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I'm
and
going to Napa, which is not quite Boise.
right. We went out to a restaurant that's out past Nampa going west, and it's called Peaceful Belly. And oh my God, it was amazing. It's like a big farm, and then they have a restaurant there, and they make hard cider, and everything they serve, it comes from their garden. So they had just switched over to their fall winter menu, and it was all squash things. Like Mimi's mom had this in a little sweet pumpkin chili in there. And I had like winter squash. It was butternut squash, which is my all-time favorite. And but for the hors d'oeuvre, this was the thing that we all were just dying over. Turmeric pickled deviled eggs. And I mean, I've never tasted anything so good in my life. They were delicious. And they had like a sweet pepper relish on it. Oh, it was amazing. So we're all three trying to figure out how to reverse engineer those and
sounds good.
But it was a nice weekend. And now this coming weekend, and we're going to miss Nancy like crazy, but we are doing our annual knitting group retreat out in Post Falls, Idaho. I'm just all about Idaho lately, which is just half an hour from our house, like 15 minutes from Nancy's house. And it's at a Baptist church camp. They're right on the Spokane River. It's beautifully situated. And we have our knitting group goes every year. So it's a nice time.
I'm gonna miss it. Yeah.
I know. Maybe you can come in January to our depending on it all depends. I know. We'll talk about that.
I don't know. My surgery is January 11th. I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Okay, maybe 2020.
Unless
2024 you'll have to go.
I mean, let's see. Maybe if I won't be driving.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'll be up to it. I'm hoping that for those of you who don't know, I'm getting a whole new shoulder, and I'm counting down the days because it's pretty painful, and it's, even though my knitting mojo is back, I'm limited to like an hour and a half at a time, and then I have to take a break because it's and because of my insurance and the medical situation now, the hospital gives the orthopedic surgeon 2 cases a month to do.
Oh,
yeah, just 2 a month.
Wow.
If I had different insurance, I could have it done in another hospital, but that hospital doesn't contract with my insurance.
Oh my gosh.
So if there's a cancellation,
our healthcare system is so messed up.
I know, they'll call me in early, but I'm not, although it's funny, my sister's neighbor is having his shoulder replaced by the same doctor in December. And so she went over and told him how mad I am at him because he's probably got my spot.
Oh, probably.
Probably, but yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What are you wearing? You've got something new and beauteous on.
I do. And this is, I mean, I don't know. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of the color work. So, but this is, it's called Herkka. And so our dear friend Carmen in our knitting group, she knit this, and it's by Caitlin Hunter. And let me pull up maybe. Let's see here if I can. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, so it is called, where are we here? Herkka by Caitlin Hunter. And I believe
it's not showing us.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay, let me try again. How about now?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is Herkka by Caitlin Hunter, and I believe this was a kit through Knit Stars. Oh yeah, here it is. Through Knit Stars. And so Carmen got this through Knit Stars, and she knit it, and it was just, she just didn't like it on her. And I don't know, I think it was too big. She's a couple sizes smaller than me, and it is kind of, it's very loose even on me. So I think it was just too big for her. So we had a big garage sale, a bunch of us from our knitting group, a big group of, what's that called? Multi-family garage sale. And we all had some sweaters that we priced, appropriately. And I sold a few, and Carmen sold a couple, and I think we all had some luck there, and that was fun. But this was one of the ones on sale, and I just thought I'd try that on because I love red and black and white. I love the colors together, and I thought this would be nice for Christmas season. So anyway, that's how I got this beautiful sweater. What about you? What are you wearing?
We might be getting a cameo from my cat here in a
Oh,
minute.
good.
I'm going to pull the keyboard closer so she doesn't walk across it. I didn't even look. This is the Cobalt, Kobolt.
Oh yeah.
It's an old one. I didn't even
Yeah.
write down what I was wearing because I'm sure I've worn it before, and it's out of that Woolfolk Luft. So it was just a perfect sweater for today. It's
Yeah.
dark and rainy, and my house doesn't, when the sun is shining, because my house faces north, I don't get any sun. And so when it's even darker and rainier, the house is just cold. So I've just been having the fireplace going and the sweater on. But yeah, this is an oldie, Kobold.
I like it. I'm working with that yarn now.
I love it. Yeah. It's light and airy, but it's very warm. It's not heavy. So
cool. Yeah, this is light as a feather. This whole sweater is just like nothing. It's Farmer's Daughter's Oh Dang is the fiber, and it's an alpaca mohair or Suri or something, but it's light but warm.
Yeah. So it's been about a month. What have you finished?
I finished, let's see here. I'm gonna share again.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta find, okay, the last one I clicked on. So I finished this, and it is blocking as we speak. It's the Ombre Infinity, and it is that Blue Sky Fibers Metalico, which is gorgeous. It has this sheen to it that is just beautiful. It's alpaca and silk.
Nice.
And so it was a dream to knit with. And I do love the colors. This photo is a little bit dark, but it is this is like a silver, and then super dark gray, and then this pretty kind of camel color. And I used the least of this. Like I used mostly the gray and white, the gray and silver, because I kind of just wanted, I wanted something neutral, but I wanted more of the kind of black and white look. So I finished that.
So is that big enough that you can wrap it twice?
I think it will be. I think it will be. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yep. So that's what I've finished. And I'm really close on a couple other things. How about you? What have you finished?
A lot.
I know you're so good.
All right. So let's see. Let's go through what I've got here. I have a whole pile. And I have to put the glasses on so I can read my notes, see what they're by. So this is the Minimalist Cowl by Winter's Weather Knits.
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
So this is done. Oh, this was such a fun pattern. And so I held together a fingering and a Suri.
Oh my gosh, that is so
big
super
old
cute.
tassel. And then I just did the tassel out of the Suri. So it's really fun. Look at that. So
that probably makes it lighter too.
Yeah. Oh, it's so soft and warmy. Soft and warmy. That's the word of the day, warmy.
Warmy.
I have a hard time wearing mohair, but I can really do the Suri. So this is done in Trilogy Yarns in the plush base and the Suri alpaca silk in Eggplant.
Oh,
And
nice.
this was just, it was such a mindless knit, and it's done. It's a
Is
paper pattern.
it's just stockinette in the round?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you start from the bottom and you go back and forth. And then when and then the pattern's written for 3 sizes, and I did the medium size. So when you've got to the number of stitches that you need for your size, then you join and do in the round. It's got a really nice, I don't know where my camera is now. I'm lost here. That's the wrong side, but it's got a really nice I-cord edging.
Oh, I
Which
love
I
that. That's
really
what that one
like.
I just finished has that too.
Yeah.
It's such a
So,
nice finish.
yeah, a real fun, just a mindless, easy, put down, pick up. So that's the Minimalist, which isn't, there's nothing minimalist about that. It's a maximalist. This is, I gotta think, see who this is by. This is the Wheat City hat by Alex Richards.
Ooh, that's cool. I love that.
Got
Really
my tag on
nice.
it because it's a sample garment. And this is done on my Superwash worsted base in the whiskey colorway.
Ooh, I love it.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that really shows off that yarn.
I like to wear hats, but because my hair is short, I always look funny with hats. But I'm gonna start making more hats just because it's nice when you have to run out
It is, and
and
they're
you
really
don't want
great
to
samples.
do your hair.
Right.
I finished a pair of socks.
Oh yeah.
These are for my sister.
Those turned out great.
Yeah, so this is Ice Queen in the Glamorous base, which is an 80/20 superwash merino worsted, and then teal for the minis. And I love doing socks for my sisters, for my sister. I only have one because she wears like a size 5.5, 6.
Oh wow.
So they just fly off the handles. So they're coming for dinner tonight. I'm having a taco feed with my siblings, their spouses, and my mother, so I can gift these to her tonight.
Nice.
So I have those, and then since I did a pair for her, I had to do a pair for my brother-in-law, and they're not gonna fit too well on these sock blockers because he's got bigger feet. But this is fiber nymphs.
Oh.
No, fiber nymphs, forest nymphs.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Isn't that fun? I should rename it camel. People say, do you have camel yarn? But I say I do, but you can't see it. But it's almost a camel looking.
Yeah.
But 4 snips. And then I just use a scrap of my yak sock in black. So for heels, toes, and cuffs. So I have 2 of those, so I can gift those to him tonight. And then I finished my crocheted sweater for Rhinebeck. So this is the Hahana tunic by Lisa Richardson.
Oh yeah.
So
isn't that so pretty?
gorgeous.
I love it.
It's long.
Wow.
And I did it's done in pieces. So I left the sides. I didn't do all those. I wasn't sure I was going to get it done in time, but I absolutely love it. It's just this all over lace. And
is that knitted or crocheted?
This is crocheted.
Oh, it is so pretty. I love it.
And this is done out of Trilogy Yarns Plush base in the Lincoln Park colorway. So I did wear this at Rhinebeck. Of course, I had to wear a camisole under it.
Oh, come on.
Because it's pretty sheer. But it was perfect for the weather because in the afternoon the sun kind of came out and it was a little warm. I did have a poncho on in the morning because it was cooler in the morning, but I was able to take this off. But I loved the stitch in this, and I can't see.
Oh yeah, it's really pretty. I love it.
But it just makes me want to crochet more.
I like crochet. It's faster, that's for sure.
It is faster. It uses more yarn. And this, I wasn't sure I was going to get it done because it was on an E hook, which is a pretty small hook. I don't know what
Yeah.
that is in millimeters. And then the yarn was dark, and I was really having a hard time seeing, but I did get cheaters in the maximum magnification that they
And that
have.
helped.
And then I got, I had one of those neck lights, but I got a book light, which is a little bit, excuse me, the light, well, I've got it right down here, I'm looking at it, where the light comes out is a little bit bigger than the neck lights that you see for knitters. So it was easier to see, excuse me. And then I was able to memorize the pattern.
Oh, good. That helps.
So I did finish it. So I was glad about that. So
That's great.
that's what I have done.
All right. Well, should we go on the needles?
Sure. What's on your needles, Kathleen? It sounds like the Baker Bears. What's on your needles, Kathleen?
What's on your needles? I have the Musselburgh, of course, halfway done. And this was so funny. I had these 2 balls of yarn in my stash, and I did not know what they were from. And Mimi found some old, and they were already knit. So they were, I thought I had knit them and raveled whatever I knit with it, but I had no memory of knitting with it. And so Mimi found some old pictures. We had in our old knitting group, we had a Saturday dye day where we dyed sock blanks. And this was the one that I dyed. So I was like, oh my God, that is exactly what that is. So I was glad to find that out, because I was like, oh, and my memory is really, I was getting worried. But the problem with it is that I had to take out a whole section like this, because somehow I thought this like camel tone would work, but it was gross. It looked terrible. So I pulled it out, and I probably will have enough. I have this, I have a good amount left, but there's some of that ugly yarn in here. So it'll probably either have a very short cuff or just be a pull on or a slouch.
Yeah.
So, I don't care, whatever. I didn't want that color in there. So I was about this far beyond that color. I'm just like, I hate it. So I pulled it out, cut out that color, and now I'm on my way again. And I'm using these rainbow bags that are so cute from Della Q. Nice. We got a set of these at Stitches when we were there. And so this is the smallest size. I love them. They have all kinds of, I love these mesh bags. And this one you can't really see through, but I like to be able to see what I'm working on. When they're in a bag, it's kind of mystery. And then I've shown this so many times, but this is my turtle dove. And I pretty sure I have enough yarn, because I have a lot of yarn. Where this is hard to, let's see. So it's getting there. I took the sleeves off and I put it on a holder, because I want to knit the sleeves and then I'll just knit out the rest.
Right.
But I don't have too much to go on the sleeves, because my arms are short and this already has so much of the sleeve here. So I got to try it on and see where I am. And I was going to put it on a holder anyway. And I thought, oh, I'll just,
Now that's the Woolfolk Luft, isn't it?
This is the Woolfolk Luft. Yeah. And it's this, this is showing the color pretty well. It's a gray greige, however you say that. So I really, really love it. So that is on the needles, and that's about all I have actively on the needles. I am going to take that sweater and hopefully finish it this weekend.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, because I think it's almost done.
Because there's no yarn stores to go visit or anything this time.
No. Well, we could go to Alpaca Direct.
Have you been there?
I haven't been out there yet. No. So I'll have to. It's in the dead discount mall, right? Yeah, that's a weird location.
There's really nothing to see. They have. You've been in my office before.
Yeah.
Their floor is about the size of my office.
Oh my goodness.
So they don't have. Yeah, you should go.
I do. I love them, and I worked for them for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And I do know that their business is, you know,
Yeah.
I would say 90% mail order.
It's,
So it makes
yeah.
sense that they wouldn't have a big
I know
shop. They
Jim
had a
keeps
pretty
wanting
big
me to
shop.
come out and do a truck show there, but it's like, I don't know that, you know, because it is mostly mail order and subscription clubs and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
They had a really cute shop when they were up in Hayden,
it
but it
was
was off
darling.
the beaten path for sure.
Well, this one is off.
It's on the beaten path, but
well,
it's not very beaten
yeah,
anymore.
Mm.
Gosh, we used to go there when I was a little kid and go shopping.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Oh, I remember that, the old outlet malls and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was packed.
Fun.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's still some I think Lincoln City has one.
There's one still in
north of
North
Seattle. Yeah.
on the way to Seattle. Yeah.
Well, I think there's one north of Seattle though too, isn't there?
Yeah, in Burlington.
Burlington.
Huge.
Yeah.
Mount Vernon, Burlington. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go up there when I lived there. So, what about you? What have you got on your needles?
I have a pair of socks. This was a sock tube that I cranked that was I don't even know what this was, like a one of a kind colorway.
Ooh, that's pretty. I love it.
So I'm just turning it into socks. So I got the cuff done. I started working on the toe a little bit ago. I don't know who they're going to be for yet. That didn't sound right. So I don't know at where I'm going to put the heel.
Oh yeah.
I'll see if my sister wants them. They're kind of an odd color, but you know.
Oh, I think they're fun.
Yeah, just something different.
Yeah.
So if she wants them, I'll just cut in a heel for her. So I've got those going. And then today I thought I want to do something. I'm going to share my screen here. I want to do something with a worsted weight. So let's see. So I cast on these Pinecrest mitts.
Oh, I love those.
You know, real simple.
Yeah.
But I just wanted a real simple fingerless mitt.
Yeah.
And I had in my sales section, I had a skein. This is a Superwash worsted in the Trailhead colorway, which is a discontinued colorway. But I thought, well, that would be kind of fun. So I don't know. They're on 8-inch circulars. I need to get some double point needles. I don't have double point needles. So these are my little Chow-Gu interchangeables.
Yeah.
They're almost too small. But this is what I have done.
Oh, I think that's really pretty.
Kind of a broken rib. But I just wanted something real mindless to work on. Something that's easy to pick up and put down. So I have those. And then I have yarn on the floor. And then I'm almost done with my Bayswater cardigan. I'll show that. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this one.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Almost done with this. I finished a sleeve actually last night when we were Zooming. And this is done, it's a really funny construction. You pick up at the shoulders and you go down the back, and then you finish the back, and then you come back and pick up at the shoulders, do your short row shaping, go down the front, and do that for both sides. And then while it's still flat, because it's done where you have to seam up the whole underarm and sleeve seam, you pick up for your sleeves. So it's all in pieces, but this is, so here's the back, and it's got this gorgeous lace panel.
Yeah, that is really pretty.
Here is one front. Everything's on, and then you leave it all on live stitches because you join it, or leave it live, your stitches at the bottom, because then you sew up your side seam and then you do some edging detail. So here's the sleeve. So I got the sleeve done last night. And the sleeve you finish and you just do a little I-cord at the sleeve.
Oh, nice.
So I just have to pick up the other and do the other sleeve. and then I'll sew it together, and then I'll do the bottom trim. And there must be something. I'm thinking there must be pick up and do an I-cord bind off around the neck.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a new to me yarn that I'm playing with. And this is a DK weight, and it's merino, yak, and silk.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
And so it may be something that I have in the shop. I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure it is. But
Do you like it? Do you like how it feels?
I love how it feels, because I
Sounds like
the
it'll be really
yak
soft.
and a
Yeah.
fingering. And I like the way that it takes the dye.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I've been working on this for a while. I'm sure I'll have it done by the next time we podcast. The sleeves go pretty fast. It's just
let's just pledge to wear new sweaters the next time we podcast.
Okay, yeah, because I'm alternating skeins, so I have yarn everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and
that's a
it's
pain.
knit flat, so you're back and forth. But
sometimes I don't mind that. It's nice to have a change, I think.
Yeah, and I don't mind purling. I
don't mind piecing stuff either. I don't mind seaming stuff. I kind of enjoy it.
I think it almost gives it a little bit of a stability too.
Yeah,
a little structure and stuff. So yeah, especially on the shoulders and stuff. So that is what I've got going.
All right. Well, let's talk about what's up. Oh, do you want to do our prize?
Oh, we should
That's on the top of my pile. Our winner is Ardrena Lynch. She was comment number 17. So you win what's in this bag, and it is the Mindful Tote bag, it's called. And you kind of get two prizes. You get a linen sort of bag, and then this is the tote bag. And as you can see, it's a really good size. This is the bottom, so you've got some room in there. There's a zipper pocket on the back, and it's divided.
Is that canvas?
It is. It's canvas. Yep. And then it's got a divider with another zipper pocket here. And then here it's got some little pockets for needles or notions or whatever, and then a pocket here, and it's got a little key fob in it. So lots going on. Yeah, I think it's a great project bag. So Ardrena, have they contacted us?
No, because she didn't know she won.
No, I mean before. How do we let them know?
So just DM us on the Needles Instagram page.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, and if you
put a photo of it up there too, and
if you don't do Instagram,
well, we can reply to your comment too, and so that should pop up.
Yeah, but but you don't want to, and then she can email an address or something. Yeah, because we don't. I don't think she wants her address put out there. So.
Oh no. She can email us. Okay, cool. And that bag was given to us by our friend Chris Rubert, who was the owner of our knit shop, where we all went every Tuesday, knit at the studio. And when she went out of business, she gave me a few of those bags to give away on this podcast. So we thank her for that. All right, let's get to what's up next. So I've shown this before. I'm going to share my screen. I keep losing the screen I want to share. Let me go in and make sure it's up. Okay. All right, so I was checking on what this yarn was, and it's this Odang from The Farmer's Daughter, and it also is the alpaca Suri silk blend, so I'm really loving that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to start next. This is Thornbush by Romy Hill, and it is with a verb for keeping warm floating, which if that's what it was written for, and that's what I got. And it's I got it at Stitches. So hi Daisy. So these are the colors that I'm going to use. And
Want to
this
stop sharing your screen?
oh yeah, let's do that. I just want to see what this yarn is made of. I want to have labels in here actually. Yeah, so these are my colors. And I am going to take it this weekend. I at least want to swatch and see. And I need to make sure I have enough yarn. If I don't, I don't think it'll matter with that. You know, if I get something else, it'll be a different dye lot or whatever. Okay, this is super fine alpaca, silk, and cashmere. So again, with the alpaca silk. So, but it is like butter. I love it. And so I'm excited to start that. And I love that sweater. I love the loose sort of drapey
Drapiness.
cardigan.
Is
Yeah.
that a fingering weight?
Yes, it is. Yep. Yep. It'll be a long project, but a delight to knit. And then I dug this up out of my pile. This is funny. Okay, I'm going to share one more time. When we were going through all of our yarn, I found this pattern and it's called Song of the Sea. And it is either a cowl or this bigger bigger cowl, which I think is gorgeous. And I have this skein of Madeline Tosh Tosh Merino light. And so I think it's enough to do the smaller skein or the smaller size. So I've got that, and I thought I should do that because it's been in this is an old a grand yarn bag.
You know what? I've got those too. Those were the best bags.
I love
one
them
of the
because you
real
can
big
see.
ones.
I know I have one of those too. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mesh bags are all the thing now, but I like the good old-fashioned plastic. You can really see through.
Yeah.
So what about you? What have you got on the docket?
So when I finish the Bayswater, Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting and I are going to do our own little knit along.
Oh, fun.
And he's already swatched, and so I'm not happy with him for swatching. But he said I'm a fast knitter, but he's
I
fast.
love that sweater.
So we're gonna do this, which is really fun. The neck, I'm gonna make the neck not quite so big. You know, I don't like them quite so big, but both the neck and the armholes are all steeped.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So yeah. And I'm gonna do it in it's a fingering. No, I'm take that back. It's a DK weight.
So where was that? Was that like a pom-pom or
that
something?
wasn't the latest issue of Pom Pom.
Oh, okay. I love that sweater.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So
what colors are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do just not real contrasty. I'm gonna do Whisper, which is kind of a real soft mauvey color, and then Sand, which is a real light tan. So just not too contrasty. But
that would be pretty.
I'm excited to do that. And then as long as I'm here, I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to do that. And then while we were at Rhinebeck, Ray and Chip is the part of the Fiber Hustle, and Chip is not a knitter. He is a quilter.
Was Chip there?
Chip was there too. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And so Chip and Ray were talking, and somehow it came up that Ray said he would make Chip a sweater, and if Chip made him a quilt.
Oh, nice.
So when we were in the airport flying home, I said, Chip, I'll do that too. I'll make you a sweater if you'll make me a quilt. And he said, okay. And I said, what sweater do you want? Well, he didn't, I was hoping he was going to say something like the flax.
Yeah.
He wants for Fox sake.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So So I still think I am getting the better part of the deal. But this is, yeah, this is what he wants, is this one. So it is a worsted. I don't know what
Oh, well, that's
colors.
good.
But isn't that pretty? I mean, it's
Oh
a
my
cool
God, it's
sweater.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no color work on the arms. It's just on the yoke.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So I'm gonna do that one. So like I say, I don't, he may just want those colors, which should be fine. So I'm hoping while I am recuperating from surgery, that I'll be able to get some knitting done. I guess it all depends if they've got me in a complete immobilizer where my arm there's no movement at all. It might be a little difficult, but once I get into a looser sling, I'm hoping I can knit. Because otherwise I'm going to go crazy, they said it's
well, I bet you can figure it out if your arm is, you still got your fingers.
Well, I did that because I had a labral tear on my right arm and I was able to kind of hold my knitting off to the side. Yeah, the doctor said it's a year recovery, but it'll be a good 6 months before I even feel like doing anything. So that's a long time to go without knitting. So, but
it sure is.
Yes, that would drive me crazy. So anyway, so those are the two sweaters that are coming up. I do want to maybe kick out there's some really cute hats out there. What is the one that I just saw? I could find my phone. Just talk amongst yourself for a minute.
I keep knitting the same hats over and over. Like this is my first Musselburgh, but I love that circle square hat. I keep knitting that, and it shows off self-striping yarn so beautifully.
Oh, the Midas hat.
The Midas hat. You want me to look it up?
Oh, can you? Yeah. Why don't you? So everybody at the retreat was making the Midas hat, and it's a pretty cool looking hat. I've done enough Musselburghs that I don't think I want to do anymore. But and the Midas hat.
I mean, it's a cool hat.
Well, it's a fun mindless knit, and so when I do trunk shows, it's nice to have something because I can walk and knit and talk to the customers.
Right.
But the Midas hat has it's like a double. It's lined. So the brim is lined. It's not.
I see.
Ribbed. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
So I might do that. I thought that was a cool hat.
And that's round and round and round too, but it's not double.
It's not double. Yeah. I think you do I'm not sure if you do a provisional cast on for the brim and then do your purl bump there and then just knit your stitches together when you get to the stockinette.
I love that. I like this contrast one a lot.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
So
yeah. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, but squirrel.
I know. Isn't that funny? I lost my mojo so hard. It's never happened to me to this extent before. Yeah. And I need to get back at it because I think the weather is inspiring me more to get at it.
In August, I had a hard time because it was hot and I just was, but now mine's back with a vengeance. And so now it's like time and being able to do it without, tearing up because I ate clear to my fingers.
Oh, Nancy, I'm so sorry. I haven't been yarn shopping at all because, Mimi and I have both been like, the last thing we need is one more skein of yarn in this house. But when we went to Seattle, a couple times this summer to see Seattle Storm basketball games. And the last time we went, we stopped at Tote. We hadn't been for a long time, and it was fun. I didn't feel like buying any yarn though, which was really weird. The thing they did have that I'm super intrigued by, it's by Harrisville Designs and it's called Nightshades. Have you seen that?
I have seen that.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And it's DK weight. and it's fairly reasonable. I think the skeins are like 250 yards, and I think it's like $20 or something.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think I'm gonna do something with that, but it's incredible how if you look at it without the light shining on it, it just looks like this dark yarn with a little fleck of color here and there. But when you shine the light on it, it turns into that color. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I was just like, oh my God. I was standing there and they had a light on it. And I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this. And Mimi's like, I get it. I get it. It changed stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, I probably will knit something like that. And I think it is out of that. And I think the DK is, I love knitting with DK yarn, like size 6 needle DK yarn. Perfect.
Yeah. Good.
So
Any acquisitions?
I do. This is secret, so don't tell anyone.
Okay,
So
okay, everybody, don't tell
Shh,
anybody.
Don't tell anyone. You can tell people after Friday. Oh, can I even get it open? Okay, so all of our knitting retreats, like you said, you did a little gifty.
Mhm.
We do that too at our knitting retreats. And so this time I got this washi tape. And it's from this company called the Clever Clove. And it's all knit, like this is little woodland creatures, and they're knitting. You can't see it very well here, but they're knitting. This is just skeins of yarn. And then this is her characters. Henrietta Hedgehog is her main character, and she's knitting in here. So just so super cute. So these are our treats for this weekend's knitting. And then from the same place, she does all of these series in pins, and this one is I forget what it's called, but they're little gnome huts, and they're like yarn shops or bookstores or whatever sort of thing. So she has a whole series but lots of knitting stuff, and this one is the yarn mushroom hut. So we've spent a lot of money there. I love her stuff. So that's what I've got.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I have my goodie box here from Rhinebeck, so I'll just go through. I did a skein of yarn for everybody in our house. And I just wanted to give, all of us sorry, I got the hair thing going on. Just a fun commemorative skein of yarn. And so I reached out to those in the house and I said, okay, everybody, favorite color, go. So I wanted to incorporate that. So this is, and it's kind of dark. It's going to be hard to see. But so this is the full skein. And it's got some greens and grays and purples and blues.
Very cool.
And then I did 2 coordinating minis. I did a gray and a purple. So
wow.
And I gave one to everybody. And of course I gave one to Chip from Fiber Hustle, who doesn't knit. So I said, I'll make you socks out of it. So I said, what color mini do you want? He says, oh, I'm going to do the gray. So, but this was the
cool
skein of yarn that I took for everybody.
Neat.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to see those socks. That'll be cool.
And then of course I had when Chevis gave us grab your drink.
Oh, that's cute.
So I have that. Carrie from Creative Obsessions made she did some ice dyeing. She's a beautiful quilter and as well as knitter. And so she had done some ice dyeing of fabric and she made us all these project bags.
That is so beautiful.
Drawstring project.
That ice dyeing is very cool.
Yeah. And they're all lined with this nice gray fabric box. Oh, and they have a pocket in there because I just stuck my thumb in the pocket. Where's my camera? Box bottom.
Nice.
That cool.
Yeah.
So she brought different colors, and so everyone got to choose.
Neat.
And I'm liking the blues and the purples.
Yes.
Fiber Hustle. Oh my God, this is great. they, I have shown in the past my chip basket that
Yeah.
Chip had made. And so he's ramping up. I think that he's going to make some and they're going to put in a shop. But he had made these little tiny
Oh,
chip
that
baskets.
is
And these
so
are cool because
cute.
they have the little snap top. So everyone got a
How
chip
cute
basket.
is
And then
that?
Erin from Fiber Hustle is dyeing yarn. So Erin dyed
Oh,
yarn to
ooh, that's
coordinate
pretty.
with, so everybody, they dyed up a special one for each person. And
Oh,
he didn't name, I mean, he told me what the name was, but he didn't name it. So it matches my bag.
oh my gosh,
And
that
then
is so cool.
on their podcast, they podcasted before Rhinebeck and they said, so if you guys want to meet up with us, meet us behind the barn. Well, that was meet us behind the barn. Well, there were so many barns there, and it was kind of just something they just threw out. So they were getting texts by people, well, which barn are you behind?
Oh, geez.
So they made little wooden progress keepers. Let's see if I can do this. That say, oops.
Oh, behind the barn. So funny.
Behind the barn. So we all
I
got
meant for
little behind the barn progress keepers from them.
that's cute.
And let's see what else is in this goodie bag. We got cool pins from the boys at Needles at the Ready.
Oh, nice.
And then I got, I don't know, different stitch markers. Oh, Scrappy Angel. I finally got to meet her. I met Scrappy Angel. So these are her little pins.
Oh, neat. Oh, that's upside down.
Oh, well, is it? Is that better?
Yep. Oh, that's cute. Cute.
And then she made for all of us in the house. Oh, I've gotta zip this up. This is a prototype thing that she's working on. Bear with me while I find the zipper.
Is she in the Zoom group?
No, I don't know how come that's not working. Maybe it's the wrong way. Oh, I tell you, it's a good thing I was gonna say it's a good thing I can dress myself. Side story. Obviously, I can't dress myself. I had some errands. Well, yesterday I got my snow tires put on. And so I took him out of the car this morning, and then I had a big tote of packages to take to the mailbox place. So I did that. And then I came home and I was doing a few things. I realized my pants were on inside out.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
I guess with leggings, I just thought, oh my God, I'm so glad I had a coat on so that no one could see.
Oh, right. Well, the
bags.
exposed seam is a fashion detail
So
now.
look at these little bags.
Oh,
This
those
is
are
from
cool.
the Scrappy Angel. So this is a prototype she's working on, and you unzip them. Maybe
Oh my gosh. How cool
really
is that?
cool boxes. And then she had
Yeah.
made little leather notions pouches.
Wow.
And it's got the little angel.
Isn't that neat?
So that was from the Scrappy Angel. Little stitch marker
Oh,
thing.
cute.
So this is so cool. I haven't used it yet because the cats are going, if I fits, I sits.
Yeah.
But
And they
this
would
cool
fit.
little box. And then the other thing, when it was zipped up, one of the guys at the house had his zipped up and he had a skein of yarn in it. I don't have one that's right hand. Well, I don't have any yarn that's handy. It's a lie. But he had a skein of yarn and he was pulling the yarn out.
Oh, nice.
So, but isn't this cool?
That's really neat.
And it's well made. It's nice and firm.
Uh-huh.
So that was the goodies we got from the house.
Nice.
Along with a lot of
haul.
memories that we can't talk about because what happens at the Rhinebeck house stays at the Rhinebeck.
Well, what have you got in shop news?
I don't have a lot. Christmas advents are done. We're just in the process of wrapping all the mini skeins. So that's a process. Hopefully those will ship out second week of November.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking off tomorrow for a trunk show at Trilogy Yarns in Napa, which I'm excited about. I've not been there. I have met Herkka, the owner, at a retreat. So the car is loaded. The winter tires are on because I'm going to go down through the Tri-Cities instead of through Lewiston, but I still think I go through a pass to get over there. I'm not sure. But
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
I don't
know.
remember. We've driven down there quite a few times, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a long drive. So I have that. And then next weekend I'll be at Black Sheep Yarn Boutique in Olympia. So I'm looking forward to that. I only have 3 more shows this year. So I'm kind of, well, four more shows this year. I'm kind of winding down for the year, but nothing really new in the shop. I haven't gotten any new colorways. I did put out that there was going to be a price increase, but I haven't even had time to go into the website and change the prices. So good for you guys, bad for me. Yeah, monthly clubs. Monthly clubs are going good. This was last month's. You can't, the lighting is pretty bad. This is purples and lots of variegated colors. This is from the Broadway musical, The Prom. So
That's neat.
This was last month's. Nothing else I can show because I just shipped out the Friends Club yet today. So yeah, just
You gonna read that new Matthew Perry book?
I did see that on the news.
Yeah.
Is it kind of a tell-all book?
No, it seems I mean, I knew he had some alcohol problems, but I guess he had some serious addiction problems all throughout that. So he kind of talks about that. And I think there's some Friends stuff in there too. Just his,
I don't
journey.
know if I will or not. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to say probably not because I don't have time to read. I do Audible books when I travel. So I do that. And I haven't even been watching much on TV because I'm so behind on podcasts that by the time I sit down and then I watch the news and then I turn on podcasts and then I'm falling asleep in my chair.
Well, we started watching a couple of really good things. Alaska Daily with Hilary Swank. It is really good. It's on Hulu, I think. It might be on something else, but it's set obviously in Alaska and it's very good. And then we were watching this, oh my God, this super creepy show called The Patient, which is Steve Carell, and it's just super creepy.
Were you talking about that last night, or was someone else?
I think Mimi probably was.
Okay,
yeah, I think Mimi might have been.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So yeah, we're keeping ourselves busy. All right. Well, we will come back.
I'm packing up stuff because I have to go cook tacos now.
I know. We'll come back at you in a month or so, and everybody stay well and happy knitting, and we will see you next time.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.